Hey guys, this is Sharon here, and I am here with an Amazon haul. This is for July. Now, it's been a while since I did one of these videos because I've had to kind of curb my shopping for a while, because if you guys saw my Chicago Pen Show haul, you know that we've spent quite a bit of money, and so we had to kind of cut back a little bit until we could recover from that little excursion. But anyway, I am back with quite a few things here, and this has to do with adult coloring books and supplies and stuff that you know, that I'm going to show you guys that I would be using with them. So anyway, first of all, let's go ahead and get into the adult coloring books. And the first series that I'm going to show you guys, and I've heard a lot of great things about these, is the Color Me Calm. It's the a Zen coloring book series. And so first of all, we have Color Me Calm, and these have been all over YouTube. Like, I've heard a lot of great things about these. It's divided up into the different sections, as we can see here. We've got like patterns, we've got mandalas, and it just kind of talks about each section and stuff. The paper in here is really good. We've got some colorful outlines on the pages, but as I said, I've heard a lot of great things about these, and so I wanted to get a few in these series to see how I was going to like them. But this looks really, really pretty. Just really, really good stuff here. We've got some examples right there of this mandala, like that. I'm not going to do a detailed flip through all of these because then the video would be super long, but this is Color Me Calm. And there's the back of it. It just kind of talks about the book a little bit. Next we have Color Me to Sleep. And this apparently is very relaxing. Again, we have the different sections. We got examples of different ones. And same kind of thing, same kind of setup as the other one. It's because it's in the same series. So just really, really nice. Again, the paper quality is nice. So that one is Color Me to Sleep. And my dog Caleb over here is panting like crazy. It is so humid out there, hot and humid out there, you guys. And oh my gosh, all I can say is thank heavens for central air. And this one is Color Me Happy. And again, you know, we've got the same kind of setup. There's the back of the book. It just kind of tells a bit about it. And as I said, you know, all of this came from Amazon. This is an Amazon haul. So again, we have the different sections. They're all one-sided, of course, and then you got just kind of a little blank page with a little kind of a faint pattern over there. But I think these are just meant to be colored over here on the right side. Again, we got examples of how it can be done. Yeah, so that one is Color Me Happy. Now these next ones I thought were kind of neat because these are all stained glass type coloring books, which means that they are done on vellum paper. I'll show you the bigger ones first. This is Tiffany Designs. We go with Tiffany Designs. There's the back of it. So as you can see, this is done on vellum paper. It's perforated. It's on one side, but you can kind of see how the design on the other side is going to come through. It's transparent. So your best bet when you're doing this is to put a piece of plain white paper underneath that and then to start to color that. But let me just do a quick little flip through. There's some examples right there of them, of the different ones that you can do. So I'm just going to do a quickie flip through. Again, a lot of these have been all over YouTube because these are quite popular. But that is Tiffany Designs stained glass. This is Art Nouveau Windows. Art Nouveau Windows. Here is the back of it. And then again, this is the vellum paper that these are done on, so you want to put a piece of white paper underneath there when you're doing this. But these actually look like stained glass windows, and this is perforated, so you can take them out and you can kind of hang them up on a window, I guess, to have the colors shine through. Now, I would love to try out my Peerless watercolors on these, but because this paper is so thin, it's that real thin vellum, I'm afraid that it will buckle and wrinkle, so I don't know how that would hold up, but color pencils, I guess, would work really nice on it. Markers would work really nice on it. So, yeah, that is the Art Nouveau Windows. Fanciful Butterflies. Very pretty. Here is the back of it. I think these are all from the same company. Dover Creations, I think. Let me see. Yeah, Dover Creations has a lot of these. I really like their stuff. They have a lot of really good stuff. So, again, the vellum stained glass stuff. I'm not going to do a real detailed flip through of it. And I don't know how many pages are in these, but there's more than enough to keep you busy for quite a few hours. So that is the Fanciful Butterflies. Very pretty. Celtic Knotwork. Celtic Knotwork. Again from Dover Creations. Dover coloring book. So, very pretty, and I'm sorry if this is glaring. We got a lot of natural light coming through my skylight over here, and so sometimes that can affect things. But this is really nice. This is obviously very Celtic, hence the title Celtic Knotwork. But very, very pretty. Okay, so the last ones are going to be some little ones. These are like little tiny ones. First of all, we have Easy Kaleidoscopes. Now, these are really great for taking along with you. These are really great for taking along with you to, like, say, a doctor's office or something. These are very, very portable because they're so tiny. They're small. And again, I won't do a total detailed flip through, but just, and I think, I'm not sure how many are in here, but I think there's like maybe 12 of them, not sure, but these are pretty. These are little kaleidoscope designs, Easy Kaleidoscopes. Garden Flowers. And again, so sorry for the glare. Like I said, we have a lot of natural light coming in through here, and it makes a difference sometimes. Kind of talks about what each of the designs are on that back page right there. And again, when you color these, put something white, like a white piece of paper, in back of each one so that you don't see the design on the next page coming through. So, Garden Flowers. Next is Little Butterflies. So pretty! So pretty. Just flip through a few of them. Whoops. Now these are not perforated, but you can probably get them to come out easily enough. And then on the page here it tells what each of them are. So it kind of gives you kind of a little idea of how you might want to color them if you know what the actual butterfly is supposed to look like. But with these things, I mean, you can do anything you want to them. That's, it's your coloring book. You can color any way you want to. Okay, and the last one is Little Birds. And these little bitty ones, they're really, really, really inexpensive. I think they're like $1.49 or something like that. They're not very expensive at all. And they're just so nice and portable. You can take them with you to work on. Then you don't have to worry about lugging around a big page. So yeah, those little ones are quite nice. All right, so let me go ahead and show you some other supplies that I got. That's all for the coloring books. Now, these next two things that I'm going to show you guys are some color pencils. This is a 72 pack. These are watercolor pencils, and I am trying to remember the company, Artist Choice. Artist Choice. These are Artist Choice 72 pack watercolor pencils. And let me show you how they open up if I can get them. Let's see. So it comes open like, it's going to open up like this. The only thing that I don't like about this is the trays are very flimsy. It's Velcroed. So it's going to come open like that. And it just folds open like that. There's 3 different sides to it. There's this one here, this one over here, and then this one right there. So there's 72 watercolor pencils in here. And then how you would actually get to them is this top part would lift up. Oops. Actually, I think I did this upside down. Yikes. You would actually want to turn it over like this. And then this part lifts up like that, and then the little trays hold the pencils in place. So just be careful how you open these up, you guys, because you don't want to spill everything everywhere. So there's 3 different sections of this, like so, and you can, I think there's a perforation where you can actually tear the trays apart, but I'm not going to do that. Well, anyway, you get the idea. I really don't like the design of these trays. They could have done a better job with this, but these were like, I think they were like 15 bucks, so, you know, I can't really complain about the packaging. You know, getting 72 watercolor pencils for that price is quite nice. So I can't really complain. And then also from Artist Choice, now I have the 120 set of the regular color pencils. Again, it's Velcroed, and I'll just turn it over like this and just show you each section. And then there's the second section here, and this section right there. And so they're broken down into different color groups, which is nice, but you can actually take them out and arrange them how you want to. But if you're gonna like open them up, then you want to do it like this. And then the top part on this would come up like so, and then that's how you would get to your pencils. But they're pre-sharpened, so you don't have to sharpen them when you first get them, which is nice. And these colors, now there's only 72, as I said, in the watercolor set, and there's 120 here in the regular ones. But what's nice is I'm sure that both of these sets will work very well together. So you can actually use these in conjunction with each other. So yeah, that makes it really nice. Here is another set of, this is 72 colored pencils. This is from Platinum. And these were on sale too. I can't remember what I paid for these, but they weren't really all that expensive either. I've heard a lot of good things about these. I have not tried any of these out yet, so I can't really give a review. This is just opening this up and showing these to you guys. Now there's 2 trays of it. The trays themselves are a little flimsy, so when you're lifting them up to get your pencils, be very careful, because if it bends, your pencils are gonna fly everywhere. And it's the holder itself is very flimsy. So if you don't want to keep them in the tin or the trays, you can actually take them out and store them however you want to do that, if you would like. But there's 72 of them in here. These are regular color pencils. It says soft color colored pencils. And again, I've not tried any of these out, so I don't know how well they blend, how pigmented they are or anything, but I have, you know, the reviews on these were pretty good. So I decided to go ahead and get these. Now, I got several sets of these colored pencils because I do have the Prismacolors and the Faber-Castell polychromos, But I wanted to get ones that were a little bit less expensive because the others, you know, the Prismacolors and the Faber-Castell ones are quite a bit more money. I want to preserve them as long as I possibly can. So sometimes I want to do something a little bit more, I guess, affordable, you know, less expensive, and just kind of switch off every now and again. Plus, you know, I don't want to take if I'm going to be on the road somewhere, like if I'm going to go out of town, I don't want to take my really nice color pencils, you know, and then I could just take one of the lesser expensive sets, because I won't be quite so devastated like if something were to happen to something like that versus, you know, one of my nicer sets. So I got those in mind of just kind of switching off a little bit, and also for if I wanted to take some coloring with me when I was out of town or something. Okay, so the last set of colored pencils are these are Verge color pencils, I think. Verge color pencils, and I think there's 50 of them in here, and it comes in this tube, which the lid comes off. Very nice for traveling. This comes off like so. And then you can just reach in and then just take, you know, look for whatever pencil you want. So these are stored really nicely, and these are really good to travel with because they're just kind of compacted in this nice tube. And I believe that there's 50 of them in here. So these are really, really travel friendly. You can just screw the top on. What I probably will do is end up keeping this piece inside of it. That way the leads won't jump up and hit the inside of the lid here, just to kind of cushion it a little bit more, protect it. But yeah, I believe that there's 50. Yeah, I believe that there are 50 colored pencils in here. This will kind of give you a little bit more of an idea of the colors. Again, I've not tried them out. I don't know how pigmented they are or how well they blend or anything, but these are probably the ones that I would travel with the most just because of how they're packaged. I like that. Okay. Now, I got some other supplies as well. I got these blending pencils from Derwent. These are blenders and burmishers. Looks like it's got a little pencil sharpener with it, and then like a little eraser or burmisher or something like that. I've not opened it up or tried it, but I've heard that these are really good. So now I know that I got a blending pencil, colorless blender with the polychromos and the Prismacolors, but I decided to go ahead and get these too. You know, you can really never have too many colorless blenders. So, and then I got, I've got this battery operated eraser. I don't have any batteries in it yet or anything because I've not used it, but as you can see, it's got spare eraser heads down there, but it does take a couple of AAA batteries. I'll just go ahead and bring it out here a little bit. Here is the eraser head. It takes, I think, a couple of AAA batteries, which I don't have any in it just yet. I've not tried it out. But apparently what you do is you put your eraser where you want to erase something, you flip the switch or hold it down or something, and then it just kind of moves the eraser head so that you don't have to go like this with it all the time like you would with a traditional eraser. I've not tried anything out like this before, so I don't know how well it works, but hey, I'm willing to try anything pretty much, so I'll let you guys know how this works. And then I got this Prismacolor Scholar pencil sharpener. I've actually got a nicer handheld pencil sharpener for my polychromos and the Prismacolors, but I decided to go ahead and get this because, again, I can travel with this and I can use this on the lesser expensive pencils and see how that goes. So I think this is going to be an okay sharpener. And then I got this electronic pencil sharpener. Again, I've not tried this out, but let me just briefly show you what it looks like. It comes with a cord so that, and the power supply so that you can use it electronically, plugged in, you know, to an AC adapter. Yeah, you can use it like that. Or it will also take batteries. I think it's, I think it holds AAAs, I think. I'll just briefly show you what it looks like. The pencil would go in there to sharpen, and then the shavings would come down here. This comes off so that you can empty it. Then this is the battery cover that you would take off to put your batteries in it. And it feels kind of icky. Like I've not taken, I think I only took it out of the packaging once to kind of look at it, but it's got kind of a, it's plasticky, but it's got kind of a weird feel, like there was some sort of a oil or something on it. So I'm probably going to have to wipe it off a little bit, but I will let you guys know how this works. I'll let you guys know how that works and how I like it. It also comes with a little instruction sheet, which I'm probably going to have to look at. Now the next things I want to show you guys is, I'm going to save the best for last. I'm going to save something that I splurged on for the last. But the next stuff I'm going to show you guys is going to be a little project that I'm going to be working on. And again, this has to do with adult coloring books. Now I've been watching videos on backgrounds, like how you can put backgrounds on your coloring book pages for extra color pop. And I got this idea from a couple of other YouTubers. Yeah, go figure, like other YouTubers are such enablers. Oh my gosh, I love it. But I got these, I got some color pastels to work on backgrounds. And these are some chalk pastels. Soft pastels, chalk pastels. And I think there's 48 of them in here. I will just take it out. I'm not going to open the lid or anything because these pastels, if you guys know anything about pastels, they're very chalky, very crumbly. So I think if I open the lid, I'm going to get like chalk dust everywhere. But these are the colors. These are pretty inexpensive. For what I would use these for, I really didn't need something terribly, terribly expensive. What I plan to do with these is I'm going to take the sticks and I'm going to shave some of it off, and that way I can use like a little pom pom or something to kind of, you know, massage the pastel into the page, you know, for the background. So I got the pastels to be able to do that. These are, what kind of pastels are these? I don't even remember the company. Pro Art, I think. Pro Art pastels. Not very expensive at all. They're pretty cheap actually. But for what I'm going to be doing with them, I really didn't need the most expensive ones or anything. But I got these Derwent bead holders, bead containers. And so it came in a pack of 2, and each one has 24, I believe. Yeah, 24. So these are just they're just little containers, little clear, transparent containers, and they're advertised as bead holders, like you can put little beads and other little things in here. But I'm going to take the pastel shavings and put them in here. Put each color, put one color in each of these. You know, shave it off and then put the different colors in here. That way, because you get a much softer effect if you just work the powder into it instead of like drawing directly on the paper, in my opinion. And then, to make sure that that it goes on nicely, I've got a package of these little Pom Poms. So you would just take one of the little Pom Poms and just kind of rub the pastel powder onto your background. And then, so to kind of keep the mess down a little bit, I got these needle nose pliers. You can actually take the little pliers and just hold the Pom Pom in between the little pliers and then do it like this. That way you get less of a mess on your hands, hopefully. I've seen that on a YouTube video. I've not tried it yet, so I don't know how well it's going to work. And then also I got this Workable Fixodent because anytime you're working with pastels or any kind of powdery stuff like that, when your picture is all done, you want to put this over the top of it. And this is the Workable Fixodent because you can still work over the top of this if you put this on. You can still like, let's say you got watercolors or something, and then you don't want it to smear and run if it gets wet. You put this on it, let it dry, and then you can go over it with like more watercolors or color pencils or whatever, supposedly. So I got this to go over the pastels and to go over, and also when you're coloring with your color pencils, especially I think the Prismacolor Premiers, it gets really powdery, so this is a good idea to put this over it to kind of lock your color into place, and then it's not going to bleed through on the back of your previous page. So this is good for several different purposes. I'm told, though, that when you're working with this stuff, you want to do this outside because it smells very, very strongly, and you don't want to really breathe this stuff in because it can make you sick. So, yeah, you want to be very careful with this stuff. Now, we're going to save the best for last. I have wanted these for so long. Oh, my gosh. I mean, I have wanted these for so long. Derwent ink tints. And I got the 72 pack. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have wanted these for so long. And here they are. Oh my gosh. Now these ones they work like watercolors, but when you do it like a regular color pencil, and then you put water over the top of it, and it works works like an ink. It turns it into a permanent ink, I guess. Yeah, it turns it into permanent ink. And the colors, from what I have seen, are very, very vibrant. I've not tried these out yet, but I have heard nothing but good things about these. And I have wanted these for so freaking long, so freaking long. And I ended up with a gift card from Amazon, so I was able to get these at a really, really good price. I was so tickled pink. But there's the first tray. And then here is the second tray of the colors. There's 72 of them in here. So I did get the big set of these, which is what I wanted to do. Yay! The only thing that I am not really liking about this tin is that the lid doesn't want to stay on very well. It seems like it wants to come off real easily, and you've got to be really careful because I really don't want my pencils to go everywhere if I were to pick it up wrong. Ooh, kind of like that. Like, I just kind of turn it over a little bit, and then oh my gosh. Oh, I just turned it over a little bit, and then the lid came off, and look what happened. Oh, man. I'm going to put these back now. Oh my gosh. Not happy. Not happy about that, guys. So be careful, like when you get these things, be careful with the lid. And I've heard that this can happen also with the smaller set, so just be really careful with these. But the pencils feel really nice. They're nice and sturdy feeling. Really, really, really nice. I was going to try to show you guys the back of this. And let me just try to do this very carefully. So here's the back of it. It talks about what they are and so forth and whatnot. Just some information. So yeah, as I was saying, just be careful when you turn these over because the lid will come off very easily and it can displace your pencils and you don't want them rolling everywhere. I've heard that this can happen with the smaller sets as well, so just keep that in mind when you get these. The lid of the tin could have been made better, I think, because it just isn't that, it doesn't want to stay on there real great, so just keep that in mind. And then the last thing I got are the Color Soft pencils from Derwent, and these are the regular color pencils. Again, this is the 72 pack, and again, I think that because these are from Derwent, and they're kind of, this is the watercolor ones, or the ink tints ones, which dry into the ink, but these are the regular color pencils, and I think the colors will work very well together, so you can use these in conjunction with each other. I've heard some great things about these too, so I went ahead and splurged and got these as well, along with the ink tints. Now, again, the lid to these things aren't the greatest. Here's the first tray of the pencils. And what's really nice about these pencils, and you can see that with the ink tints, is they got the they got an example of the color right there on the pencil, as you can tell. It feels really nice, very nice and big and sturdy. I've not tried these out. I don't know how well they blend. As I said, I've heard great things about them, so I'm expecting some really great things. This is the first tray, and then here is the second tray of the colors. And again, you can see that it has the kind of a color swatch. I've not swatched any of these. I've just opened them up and looked at them and just kind of oohed and awed and screamed when I got them. I was so excited, but I've not tried them out. I've not swatched them. I've not colored with them. Oh my gosh. See, like, you got to be really careful when you're taking these trays out and stuff, because they don't really sit in here too well. So when, you guys might want to consider maybe storing them another way if you don't want to deal with these trays. So yeah, but these are the color soft ones, and it's got some information on the lid. I'll show you the back of them, but again, you've got to be really careful when you flip it over, because the lid will come off super easy. But again, it's got pretty much the same kind of information that you saw on the other tin. So that is my Amazon haul. We got the Color Soft and the Derwent, the ink tints. We got the coloring books. We got the sharpeners, and then the pastel and the supplies and the color pencils. So that is my Amazon haul for July. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to this channel. Excuse me. Subscribe to this channel to see more like this, and give us a big thumbs up, and go ahead and hit that like button and leave a comment and tell me what you guys think, and we will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye guys.